Okay, we're live. Just a quick update in relation to the release date for the Doctor Who Series 10 soundtrack. As you may remember, some of you may remember that when Series 10 ended 2 years ago on the BBC, we had a brilliant series, but we never got the soundtrack. I've done a bit of digging on the internet and found on BBC headed paper. I'll even show it to you here if you can see that. Yeah, okay. Apologies if the image is a bit blurry, but that's just because of the webcam camera. I found on BBC headed paper the reasoning behind why we still don't have it, and it reads, "Dear B. Edwards, who sent in the request looking for the information, thank you for your request to the BBC on February 4th, 2019, seeking the following information under the Freedom of Information Act 2000. I am writing to you to find out when you will release the soundtrack of Series 10 of Doctor Who. Series 9 soundtrack of Doctor Who was released on the 20th of July 2018 and Series 11 very recently. It is odd that there has not been an announcement about it. Please release it, as it was the best series, Series 10, and then Series 11. Recent new series was. The information you have requested is excluded from," this is from the BBC, "the information you have requested is excluded from the Act because it is held for the purposes of journalism, art, or literature. Part VI of Schedule I to FOIA provides that information held by the BBC and the other public service broadcasters is only covered by the Act if it is held for purposes other than those of journalism, art, or literature. The BBC is not required to supply information held for the purposes of creating BBC's output or information that supports and is closely associated with these creative activities. However, on this occasion, we are happy to voluntarily provide the below information in response to your request. The BBC also makes a huge range of information available about programmes and content on bbc.co.uk. Okay, and then going on, it says, the BBC are still waiting for the composer, Murray Gold, who was the composer up until 2017, to deliver the parts needed in order to release the album. Please note that should the Information Commissioner's Office decide that the Act does not cover this information, exemptions under the Act that may then apply. Yours sincerely, the BBC Information Rights Office." So basically, what the BBC has said is that we will be getting a Series 10 soundtrack as soon as Murray Gold decides when he is ready to deliver the remaining parts of the album. However, the request was only recent, as of as of February 4th, and the BBC got back to him on it was received on the 14th of February. His response was received by the BBC on the 4th of February, and the BBC was back to him by the 14th. So that was like a week to 2 weeks. So I will leave it available in the description. As it says in the letter, the BBC tries to make information readily available under the Freedom of Information Act 2000. So I just thought I'd pop on and let you know that we could be getting somewhere within the realms of receiving the Series 10 soundtrack as soon as Murray Gold is ready to release them to the BBC. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you Later.